In a small village nestled among the rolling hills of Japan, there lived a master potter named Hideo. His work was renowned far and wide for its beauty and craftsmanship. Every piece he created was a testament to his skill, precision, and unwavering commitment to perfection. Yet, Hideo's journey to this acclaim had been far from smooth. Hideo's story began many years ago when he was an apprentice under a wise and elderly potter named Masaru. Masaru's teachings went beyond the techniques of shaping clay. They delved into the philosophy of life itself. Masaru introduced Hideo to an ancient Japanese concept called Wabi-Sabi. Wabi-Sabi, Masaru explained one day as they sat by the river, is the art of finding beauty in imperfection. It is about embracing the transient nature of life and recognizing the value in simplicity and modesty. Hideo, young and eager to perfect his craft, struggled to grasp the essence of Wabi-Sabi. He was driven by a desire to create flawless works of art, pieces that would stand the test of time and reflect his dedication. Yet, despite his best efforts, he often found himself frustrated by the imperfections that inevitably appeared in his creations. One day, Hideo was working on a particularly challenging piece. It was a large vase, and he had poured his heart and soul into it. As he was putting the finishing touches on it, a small crack appeared on the surface. Hideo was devastated. All his hard work seemed ruined by this single flaw. Seeing Hideo's distress, Masaru approached him. "Why are you so upset, Hideo?" he asked gently. "This crack," Hideo replied, his voice filled with frustration. "It's ruined everything. The vase is imperfect now." Masaru smiled softly. "Let me tell you a story, Hideo. There was once a great warrior who, after many battles, had a sword that was chipped and worn. Yet, he treasured it above all his other weapons. Do you know why?" Hideo shook his head, curious. "Because those chips and scars told the story of his battles, his victories, and his defeats. They were a testament to his journey, his growth, and his resilience. The sword's imperfections were what made it truly valuable to him." Hideo pondered Masaru's words. He looked at the crack in the vase with new eyes. Instead of seeing it as a flaw, he began to see it as part of the vase's story, a mark of its journey through his hands. In the following weeks, Hideo began to experiment with incorporating imperfections into his work. He used glazes that cracked and bubbled in unpredictable ways, and he left rough edges on some of his pieces. To his surprise, these works were met with admiration and praise. People were drawn to the unique, organic qualities of his pottery. They saw the beauty in its imperfections, the way it captured the fleeting moments of its creation. One day, a wealthy merchant visited Hideo's studio. He was captivated by a particular tea bowl that had a noticeable crack running through it. "This bowl is exquisite," the merchant said. "I must have it." Hideo was puzzled. "But it is cracked," he pointed out. "Exactly," the merchant replied. "It reminds me of the fragility of life and the beauty that can be found in imperfection. It is a perfect embodiment of Wabi-Sabi." Hideo finally understood. Wabi-Sabi was not about striving for perfection, but about embracing the imperfect, the impermanent, and the incomplete. It was about finding beauty in the humble and the unpretentious. As years went by, Hideo's work continued to evolve. His pieces were celebrated not for their flawless execution, but for their depth and character. Each pot, bowl, and vase told a story of creation, of hands shaping and molding, of fire and earth coming together. They were a testament to the beauty of imperfection, to the essence of Wabi-Sabi. One evening, as Hideo was closing his studio, a young apprentice approached him. "Master Hideo," the apprentice asked, "how can I become as skilled as you?" Hideo smiled and placed a hand on the apprentice's shoulder. "It is not about skill alone," he said. "It is about understanding that true beauty lies in the imperfect and the transient. Embrace the journey, learn from your mistakes, and find the beauty in every crack and flaw. This is the way of Wabi-Sabi." As the apprentice pondered Hideo's words, Hideo looked out at the setting sun, its light casting long shadows over the village. He felt a deep sense of peace and contentment. He had learned that life, like his pottery, was a journey filled with imperfections and fleeting moments, and it was in these very imperfections that the true beauty of life could be found. Dear viewer, have you ever found yourself frustrated by the imperfections in your life or your work? Have you considered that these imperfections might be the very things that make your journey unique and beautiful? Take a moment to reflect on the cracks and flaws in your life and see if you can find the beauty in them. How might embracing the philosophy of Wabi-Sabi bring a sense of peace and fulfillment to your daily existence? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's ponder this together. Like and subscribe if my videos helped you in any way. It really gives me a sense of fulfillment knowing I've helped someone. Your support encourages me to continue creating content that can make a positive difference in people's lives. Thank you for being a part of this journey.